Today I'd like to talk about e-cigs and a few things that you should know about them. If you're like me, I started a long time ago with something like this that looks just like a cigarette. The end lights up and you just screw a cartomizer on the end. I did quit cigarettes with these, but not much satisfaction from them. And then I just totally quit vaping and smoking for a while. And then when I came back to it, they had these EGO style batteries. So I bought that and bought one of these T8 clearomizers because I thought it really looked cool the way that it fits in your mouth, kind of like a pipe mouthpiece. They call it a saxophone mouthpiece. And you know, it was real comfortable, but it's really cheap and it tastes like plastic. So then I moved up to the Kanger EVOD, but I noticed after a while that it started tasting a burnt taste. And then after wasting a bunch of money on those products, I ended up settling on this, a battery with a voltage meter, the Nautilus Mini, and as far as taste, flavor, throat hit, it's just great. Plus, with these, they have like the drip tip it came with. It's pretty big and it's not the most comfortable thing, so I ended up getting a different drip tip, and it fits a little loosely in there, so I took a little piece of tape and put it on there, and then you just kind of hide it in there. Barely noticeable. It's in there really tight. And with the bigger mouthpiece, I was noticing that I was almost getting a taste like I was almost getting the liquid, and going with the smaller, skinnier one, the vapor is a little bit more concentrated and it gives you a better throat hit. It takes away from the flavor just a little bit, but the throat hit is worth it. And you're going to hear a lot about PG and VG. VG, the vegetable glycerin, is real sugary. It turns into sugar in your body. It's also really thick. So if you're using like 100% VG, you're going to clog up your atomizers really fast. Or if you're using one with a higher VG ratio than PG ratio, you're going to clog up your atomizers. Some people, only about 2% of the population, have an allergy to PG, but it's in so many of the daily products that we use. If you have an allergy to it, you're most likely going to be aware of it. So if you don't have a problem with PG, definitely go with one that has a higher PG ratio, because it won't clog up your atomizer nearly as fast. Also, the reason these manufacturers are mixing them is because PG gives you a better throat hit and VG makes you blow a bigger cloud. So they're mixing them to give you the benefit of a throat hit and a cloud. One thing that you definitely want to do is go to the manufacturer's, we'll read the instruction booklets and go to the manufacturer's site and see their recommendations. Like, I'm using the Nautilus Mini, for instance, and it's not in the instruction booklet, but when I went on their website, they recommend that you use it with a battery that's got adjustable voltage, and to have the voltage set somewhere between 4.2 and 4.8. I got mine set at 4.5. So it's a good idea to go and check out the manufacturer sites and learn about the products that you're using, and pay attention to their recommendations to get the full enjoyment out of the product. But these are a lot of things that I wish I knew before, you know, wasting money on like this stuff, when I wish I would have just went ahead and spent more money and got the good products, because it's definitely worth it. So I hope this video helps you on helping to choose a good vaporizer for you. And I didn't realize it until I had gotten the battery with the voltage meter and the Nautilus Mini, but I really was not vaping. And when I finally got this is when I realized that I was really vaping. It's a totally different experience